Welcome to Fireside Story Time. Make yourself comfy, then we can start. Today's story is Katie Morag Delivers the Mail, written and illustrated by Mari Hedderwick. Wednesdays were always hectic on the Isle of Stewie, for that was the day that the boat brought mail and provisions from the mainland. One particular Wednesday was worse than usual, since baby Liam was cutting his first tooth, and both Mr. and Mrs. McColl were in a bad mood. All right, said Mrs. McColl in exasperation. I'll take Liam upstairs to quieten him down. Katie Morag, you take the mail to the houses across the bay. There are 5 parcels, one for each house. The one with the red label is for Granny. Pleased to escape, Katie Morag set off. She loved any excuse to visit her granny, who lived all alone in the very last house on the other side of the bay. But it was a hot day, and Katie Morag had just stopped for a moment to paddle in a pool beneath the Redburn Bridge, when suddenly, splash! She slipped on a slithery stone and fell into the water, mailbag and all. Oh dear, wailed Katie Morag, looking at the 5 soggy parcels. All the addresses are smudged, and I won't know which parcel is for which house now. Only Granny's parcel was recognisable by its red label. Then, because she was so frightened and ashamed, Katie Morag did a silly thing. She ran the rest of the way to the other side of the bay and threw a parcel, any parcel, except the red-labelled one, onto the doorstep of each of the first 4 houses. Nobody saw her. Still sobbing, she ran on to Granny's house. Well, this is a fine borak you've got yourself into, Katie Morag, said Granny, when Katie Morag had explained what she had done. Still, at least you've given me the right parcel. It's got the spare part for the tractor that I've been waiting for. I'll go and get the old grey lady going while you dry yourself up. Then you can try and sort out the whole muddle. Granny had her head under the bonnet of the tractor for a long time. Occasionally, Katie Morag heard muffled words of anger, and she thought of the angry words waiting for her at home. Then, suddenly, with a cough of black smoke, the tractor stuttered into life, and they set off to go round each of the 4 houses in turn. The first house belonged to the lady artist. She had been expecting tiny, thin brushes for her miniature paintings, but the parcel Katie Morag had left on her doorstep contained 2 enormous brushes. They're bigger than my painting boards, she said in disgust. The second house was rented by the holiday people. They had ordered fishing hooks from a sports catalogue, but their parcel had been full of garden seeds. We can't catch fish with daisies and lettuces, they complained. At the third house, Mr. McMaster was standing by a big barrel of whitewash, holding the lady artist's paintbrushes. How can I paint my walls with these filly little things? He asked. In the 4th house lived Mrs. Bayview. That stupid shop on the mainland. Where are my seeds? Flowers won't grow out of these, she said crossly, waving a packet of fishing hooks in the air. After much trundling back and forth, Katie Morag finally managed to collect and deliver all the right things to all the right people. Everyone smiled and waved and said thank you very much. By now it was getting dark. Katie Morag thought of the long journey home. She would be very late, and her parents were so bad-tempered these days on account of Liam's noisy teething. Granny, would you like to come back for tea? She asked. Katie Morag half hid behind Granny as they walked into the kitchen. But, to her surprise, everyone was smiling. Liam had cut his tooth at last, and all was calm. Thank you for helping out today, Katie Morag, said Mrs. McColl. Isn't she good, Granny? Och, aye, said Granny with a smile as she looked at Katie Morag. She's very good at sorting things out, is our Katie Morag. And she said no more. Well, poor Katie Morag got in a bit of a pickle there, didn't she? But she managed to sort it all out in the end so that everybody was happy. We've got a word search for you with some words from the story. And the first word we're going to start with is Katie. So we'll underline it and then we'll see if we can find that word in the box. There it is. Katie. So her name was Katie Morag. So the next word is Morag. I'll underline that and have a look for that. Oh, there, right up the top. That's it. Now, she lived on the island of Struy. So our next word is island. Underline that one. Can we see that? Oh, now this is a word that's going down. There it is, instead of across. Good. And she was delivering parcels. So the next word is parcels that we're looking for. Oh, I can see it is underneath Katie. There. And our next word is, can you remember how many parcels she had to deliver? It was 5, wasn't it? So that's the next word. 5. Oh, and that's underneath parcels. There we are. And she put all of her parcels into the mail bag. So that's our next word. Mail bag. So let's underline it. That's what it looks like. That's what we're looking for in the big box. There it is. Good. Now, the label for Granny was red, wasn't it? So that's our next word, red. It's a very short word, it's only got 3 letters. I'll underline it. See if we can find it. It's only a small word. Oh, there it is above Katie. So it was a label. That's the next word. There we are. Label. There it is, between Morag and mailbag. And she was delivering it. She went to see Granny. So let's underline the word Granny. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, I can see it right on the bottom there. Good. And the last word is tractor. Granny was driving her tractor after she'd mended it. And there it is. And see if we can find it. Underneath mailbag. There. That's good. Oh, there, we've got a round of applause. Well done. And our other puzzle today is a spot the difference. We've started doing a few of these. So we've taken that very busy picture of them in the shop and we've changed some things. And we've got to see if we can find the things that are different in the bottom. So have a good look. What can we see? Ah, Katie Morag's welly. You see one of them has been coloured in green. There, so that's the first difference. What else can we see? Oh, the teapot. It's been coloured in red. One of the things hanging up at the back there. has been coloured in yellow. So we'll circle that one. So that's 3 things we found already. Now have a good look, see what else we can see. Oh, now that lady's stocking. They're both grey in the top one and one's pink in the bottom one. And the orange on the floor isn't orange anymore, is it? There we are. Oh, that man's shopping bag has turned blue. And oh, that lady that's bending over, her t-shirt is white in the top picture and it's turned green in the bottom one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 3 more to find. Oh, there's that ball that's turned blue. It's yellow and stripy in the top one. And then the jug on the shelf is white on the top and grey on the bottom. So there's 1 more to find. Where is that? Oh, it's the lady who had the pink stocking. She's also had her headscarf changed. It's blue in the top and it's purple in the bottom. And that's our 10 differences. So we've spotted them all. Very good. Thank you for joining us at Fireside Storytime. We hope you enjoyed today's story. If you did, perhaps you'd like to like it and share it with your friends. And perhaps you'd like to consider subscribing so that you'll know next time we upload something. And remember, you can show your support for the author by leaving a review on Amazon. Hope to see you again soon.